Coach, big day for you, exciting day. Made the decision to retire at the end of the 2022 season. Just talk a little bit about the process of making that decision to close this chapter of your career.
It's definitely a very big decision. I mean, I've been in education and coaching my whole life. My mom was an educator for 30 years. She passed away 5 years ago and opened some eyes to me about enjoying some retirement and doing other things and how she enjoyed life there at the end. And then, COVID hit, and a lot of people blame things on COVID, but COVID was actually a good thing for me and my ability to get away from the game during that 2020 season. We had a great team that year, and just going on walks with my wife and going to do things we normally don't do, even though they shut a lot of stuff down, just seeing that, when my day usually starts at the end of everybody else's work day is when we start practicing, and we're there till dark and later and stuff, that there are some other things out there. And then, we've had a lot of success coming back from COVID, winning state last year, and got a good team coming back this year, and really liked their leadership, and I thought this was a good bunch to go out with. But when life got too hectic in the fall was when we were going to lift weights, and I do the practice plans. And I think we were wearing Navy shirts that day, and I pull up, and everybody's in the parking lot getting ready to lift weights, and they got on red. So I turn around and head to the house and take off the shirt, put on another shirt, and get halfway back to campus and look down, I'm wearing Navy again. So I'd exchange one Navy shirt for another Navy shirt. I text my coach, Lawson, my assistant, and I said, I'm going to need about an hour to myself. I said, life's gotten too fast. I got to slow down. And I went home and I changed into the correct shirt, got to practice and everything, and started thinking, when the good Lord gives me some opportunities, He's going to open doors, and when that happens, I'm going to be ready for it. And, I thought it was getting time, at that point, to start looking for some other things to do.
Okay, well, let's talk about your time here at ICC. Of course, the old saying, you want to leave a place better than you found it. You found it in a good place coming in after Coach Case, and you definitely have left it better than you found it, or will leave it better than you found it. You got 3 conference titles with 2 regular season and 1 tournament. You made a national appearance, a national tournament appearance, #1 in the country. Just talk about your time here at ICC, your accomplishments, and what this place means to you.
Yeah, this place is special to me, my family. I mean, my whole wardrobe's ICC gear. That's what we wear. That's what we have pride in. I came in with, Dr. Cole, he told me pretty much where softball was at and where it was on the priority list and what I could do with it if I wanted to. And I think I've done exactly what we wanted to do with the program. Like I said, it was in good shape coming in, and we just wanted to extend it. There for about 4 months, I had the best job in the world because you could recruit this area, you could protect players, and then all of a sudden they opened up the whole state to recruiting, and my workload quadrupled. You just got to go throughout the whole state. You got to protect your home players, but then you got to go find their other ones and then find the best out of state you can, and so we just started building on that. And we just had so much tremendous support, through him, and then President Eaton came through, and I learned so much from him as a coach. He shared some wisdom that I still share with a lot of younger coaches now about, sometimes not as good as how good your team is as how good are your opponents. What's your competition going to be this year? We've got a great team this year, but our league is probably the best it's ever been, And then you get to Dr. Allen, and he's just been so supportive. During this whole process, that I've sat down and talked with him and told him my intentions of retiring. And even since then, we've had meetings about the future of the program, of coaches that we might want to get in here, there couldn't be current on staff, it could be former coaches, it could be somebody from the outside. And then we got some exciting news, that's coming up here with some facility changes that's going to happen in softball that I think it's just going to be awesome for recruiting and for the staff that takes over this program, just to keep it rolling. I'm going to be a part of it as far as, never being away from the program and stuff, but then I just think a lot about the players. The players, the parents that had the trust in us to come here and play. Some people say, oh, you should have got this player, that player. I think the good Lord gave us the players we were supposed to have every season we had them. And things they'll never take away from us, like you said, in the 9 postseasons we've had, this is my 11th year, but this is actually 10th year we got to finish the year because of COVID. Our staff has won 5 Coach of the Year staffs. We won 2 in the North, and then the last 3 in the whole state, which is just a huge accomplishment. I don't know if anybody's ever had a staff win three 3 in a row with 3 different staffs. We've changed out staff, different assistants. You know, Coach Ball, I tell her all the time, I've had 3 volunteers the last 5 years that's left us for 4-year jobs, which that's what we want when they come in here. And she said, Coach, you got to love Coach Ball, our athletic director. She's the best there is. She always finds the bright spots. She said, Coach, but that just makes your coaching tree that much bigger. I said, I understand, Coach, but I'd sure like to keep some of them here for consistency, but it does, and she's right. It helps out. But then, you know, you think about the championships, the records we've done, they'll be broken at times. Somebody's going to have more wins here, and they're going to do different things, but you'll never take away the first, as you mentioned. You know, the first #1 ranking in school history and our program, the first state championship, regular season, and tournament championship, first team to go to the World Series. Nobody will take that away from those kids, you know, and those accomplishments, and that's what I'm proud of.
And some of your other accomplishments, of course, won pretty much every season you've been here except for 2020. You've won 30-plus games, won 40-plus games twice. But that, of course, as you always say, is attributed to the players because they're the one that throws it and hits it. But
Yeah.
talk about some of the players, or the players as a whole, not anybody individual, but just the players you have had that have helped you succeed as a coach in your time here at ICC.
Yeah, it's just been tremendous. I mean, they have come in here, and you know, one of our mottos is to go the extra mile, and they have exceeded that. I was just telling our team, you know, the other day when we finished up with Mississippi Delta about 2 of our former players. I got on one of our players pretty hard in the dugout. They know they're going to get coached hard. We don't sugarcoat that in recruiting. We tell you you're going to work hard. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to make you be disciplined. And I gave them 2 examples of an All-American we had here. They had to keep her in track. Not going to mention her by name, but she has all of our career wins, career strikeout seasons. She does all the pitching records. She owns all of them. And then another one who, you know, was a great player for us that didn't bat as a freshman. And her goal in our meeting at the exit meeting of her freshman year was she was going to bat. And not only she bat, she led us in RBIs, led us to a World Series, got her a Division II scholarship. And, you know, those kids, I can go on and on about different ones that have just excelled. And how they buy in. I mean, we got people right now on our team this year, they're not playing a lot, but they show up every day and they work hard. They keep stats, they catch bullpens, they're running down foul balls, and it just does something to help us during the games, you know. Everybody gets the same credit at the end of the year. Whether you win a championship, whether you don't, you know, they all get the same, and that's what they have. They have a sisterhood that's going to carry with them for the rest of their life, and I just keep telling them we got to have somebody in each profession, because as older as I get, I need all these doctors and lawyers and different people to help take care of me as I go, and we've had so many that have done what our #1 goal is when they come here, and that's to graduate. And they've graduated, and not only that, they've gone on to, you know, to become doctors of physical therapy and to become teachers and to become coaches. We got several of their coaches now, so that's what I'm proud of.
Okay, well, one thing about your success and the girls' success, there's a backbone there that a lot of people may not know, and that's your wife, also the team mom, Miss Dana. Just talk about her, what she's meant to your career here at ICC, what she's meant to those girls, and how it feels to know that you're going to spend a little bit more time with her, just being husband, not having to be coach.
Yeah, that's going to be a big change for us. We were just talking about that the other day, of rushing back from seeing our grandkids to get back to practice, and I just looked over and I said, someday we won't have to do this, you know. Someday you're not going to have to rush back. And you get emotional, you know, thinking about all the time and effort and just the sacrifice she's made to be by my side, you know. And then our 2 daughters, I mean, we have to plan vacations around my schedule. I mean, 30th year high school reunions coming up. They're having to plan their schedule around my softball schedule. You don't realize how much sacrifices people make. But Dana is the backbone. She's the team mom. She's the one that feeds them, and that keeps them happy. She's the one that they can go complain to without knowing that it's going to get back to me, and she can give them some love, and she can give them some tough love at times too. But she's done that since day one, and the reason our program's taken off is she's one of our biggest recruiters. Just like our players recruit so hard for us, and they love this place, she loves this place, and they love her. And you know, you're not able to do it without a spouse that understands, and without a family that understands that you're just going to miss some stuff.
Okay, well, Coach, just a couple more quick ones here, but I know there's a ton of memories, and you probably hadn't had time to reflect because you are in season still.
Yeah.
Real quick off the top of your head, though, what is some of your most memorable moments being at the helm here at ICC?
You know, just seeing the jubilation of us winning that first regular season state championship and celebrating, you know, and celebrating that and winning. Of course, everybody talks about winning, but, you know, getting that victory, and then we play in the state tournament and we host it and we get second in the tournament, and those kids were so excited. They were so excited to be runner-up because we've never been runner-up, you know. And then the next year you turn around and you win the state tournament, you know. And that just, where we come from to last year to where we got runner-up in the state tournament and they were all disappointed, didn't even want the plaque, to where they built so high the expectations of where they want to be at. And we expect to be ranked in the top 10 in the country. But, you know, besides that, just the players who just work so hard. We got so many, of course, the players remember a lot more than I do. The older I get, and I've called so many pitches and called so many offensive plays and stuff, and some of the stuff I think they fib on a little bit, or it's about like an old fisherman's tale. It gets a little bit more intense, you know. Some of it might be true. No, I'm just kidding. But they just, the fun times, just that they are now, as a lot of them are getting older and gotten their own kids and are coming back to you. And you've got parents who are just, you know, they were so intense. And it's hard being a fan. It's hard being a parent. And the ones who still just reach out to you and email you and text you and wishing you good luck. And just, you know, we've had such a big fan base that it's just, it goes from California all the way to the Carolinas and in between, that just follow us and keep up with us. And that's something that I'm excited to be one of those fans, to be up in the stands and to be following online the broadcast, and maybe even chip in with Gore sometimes with the broadcast, who knows, and just be there, because those memories are always there.
Well, Coach, lastly, I'm just gonna open the floor to you.
Yeah.
Say what you want, say who you want to thank, whatever, but the last thing I will say before you start, though, is I speak for everybody here at ICC Athletics. We're proud to work with you. Happy to still working with you right now. Of course, we wish you the best, but the floor is yours, Coach.
I appreciate that. First off, I want to just talk a little bit about, some people are going to question why now too. What's the timing on it, and why are you doing it in the middle of the season, not waiting to the end of the season? And it comes back to the players. I've told you guys and Adam Gore and the president, this is not a farewell tour for me. It's not about me, it's about the players. And that's why we want to go ahead and do it now for recruiting. That's the main thing. We want to get our freshmen coming back next year to play for the new coach. We want to get our signees to stay with their commitment to play for the new coach, and our commitments to come on in here and see what we're about to build facility-wise and what the new direction is going to be at. And that's why we want to go ahead and get it out there now, so we can get that ball rolling in that process, because it's always been, to me, it's always been about the players. Every decision, everything I fight for. I told them yesterday, I said, I'm probably one of the lowest paid head coaches on campus. I said, I never fight for or ask for a raise. Money's not me. I want to put it on them. It needs to go into the program and stuff. And it's all about them and them being successful. And that's what's been a positive for me, is seeing them succeed. And then the people here on campus, I mean, it's just, there's nothing like Itawamba. It's just the people. I look forward to talking with each and every one of them before I leave. And I'm never going to be gone. I'm always going to be in the area. I'm a North Mississippi guy. I'm going to be at all the sporting events and be around. But just getting to hug some necks and say some goodbyes. And June 1st will be my last day, so it's kind of a rush to get, you know, the new coach and get everything going as we're moving along. But from the business office to the post office to everywhere in between, there's so many people that I know on this campus and have seen leave, and look forward to talking to some of the ones that have already left and retired in years past. They talk about how good it is, and I'm looking forward to that part. But just to thank you guys for what the sports information department does. I mean, there's no way that we're ranked in the top 20 every year if we're not getting some publicity out there, if we're not getting our games live streamed. And I think we set the bar there as far as, you know, softball, baseball, football, all of it getting going to where everybody's got it now. You know, people say COVID made it happen, but we'd already made it happen a long time before that. The quality product that you guys put out, and that's the thing that, go back and you watch those old games that are archived and you watch the videos, and our players, former players, talk about it all the time. They have that to show their kids, their grandkids, and all that. But our administration, just one time I want to thank them again. Just, they have been so supportive of this decision, and knowing that it's a good thing for myself and my family, but it's also going to be a great thing for the softball program going forward. And they've always got me there as a backup to help out with anything if whoever the new coach might be to, assist in that part of it. And, all the way down to the grounds guys. I mean, Kirk and them, they know that field inside and out. 11 years we've been down there, and it has come from having a temporary fence to a permanent fence to brand new dugouts to new irrigation system. And then I think some people are going to be real excited with the announcement that's coming out in the next few months of what the next step's going to be towards the facility, and it's going to be high quality. I think it's just like everything Itawamba puts out, it's going to be top notch. And just thank you guys, thank everybody out there, my family, everybody around, just for everything that you've done for me in my career. And I look forward to having some free time to maybe help people out more than I've been able to in the past.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app.